All righty, we're gonna go ahead and get started right now. And let me just go ahead, pull this up. All righty, cool. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to our second GBM. And I'm one of the co-pres. My name is Ollie, and I'm sure you already know if y'all were in the first GBM. If not, welcome. And my other co-pres, Samantha Valles Nunez, and go ahead and take it off.
Hi, y'all. So I am Simona Vallejo Nunez, and my title here at Transfers in Science is co-press along with Ali, like he said. And today's GBM will be focusing on how to succeed in the quarter system. We decided to do this right now because it's still pretty early in the quarter, and we want to make sure that y'all have all the resources available to y'all. So we're gonna get started. Oh, one more thing I wanted to address before we continue. I do know that right now is a very tough time with the elections going on and just the climate of the nation. So I do want to thank y'all for coming out here and just giving us your time. And we want to let y'all know that this is a brave space. We can't ensure a safe space, but it is a brave space. So if y'all need someone to talk to about anything, whether that be anything related to the election or just how you're feeling, we are more than free. You can stay after the meeting if you feel comfortable, or you can private message us, or you can reach out to us on one of our platforms, which is Instagram, email, or Facebook. So a little bit about us. This is our first year as an org, and we decided to make committees. Some committees are that we've made are women in science and pre-research. So I am involved along with Jazz, our secretary. We are involved in women in science. And we know that the STEM field is very male dominated. So we wanted to spotlight the women who have become so successful in their journeys and in their careers. So we decided to make a committee just to praise them. And one of the things that we'll be doing is we'll be inviting women in STEM as guest speakers, especially women who are either researchers, professors, or even doctors. So we're really excited, and we hope that y'all can make it to those committees. So it's really informative and it's really motivational. I'm going to pass it on to pre-research now.
Okay, so that would be me and Sweetzel. And just like the first GBM, if you guys weren't here, we're just going to bring a bunch of people from different backgrounds to share their interests with you, because we do recognize that the science field is very broad. So we're here to help everyone out.
So another committee we have is GMT. GMT stands for Grad Med Talks. And what we want to do is connect y'all with important inspirational speakers who have followed the same paths that you're on, and they've followed them to fruition. We plan to do this through guest speaking events, panels, mixers, and we're really excited. We actually have our first one coming up. Take it away, Nkechi.
Yes, our first our Grad Med Talk committee is going to be this Thursday at 2 p.m. And it's really exciting. We're going to have a a UCSD transfer alumni come in. And she's currently in med school at UCSD School of Medicine. So if you're in the pre-med path, you'll hear about her transfer path here at UCSD, the things that she took advantage of, and some pitfalls that she might have fallen into that you guys hopefully won't fall into as well, and hear about her whole story all the way to med school. The post is on our Instagram, so if you guys need the link the day of, it's also there too. So we hope you guys come through.
All right. Thank you so much for going over GMT and pre-research. So yeah, those are our amazing, amazing committees, and we really hope that you do join. If you do decide to join, we did leave the link in the chat, so give that a look. Another program that we're doing is a mentor-mentee program. As transfer students, we are kind of in a rush to do everything. We want to know all the information that is out there and all the resources that are out there possible to us. And one of the ways that we decided we could help with that is by doing a mentor-mentee program. So we will try, our goal is that if you become a mentee, we will meet up with you twice a quarter. The first time we meet up in that quarter, we will make a plan um, to either do whatever you want to do, which is if you are looking for internship, we will set up your resume, we will set up your LinkedIn, we will set up everything, and we'll make a plan to apply maybe a week, like once a week, or we'll make a plan depending on what your goal is. And by the second time we meet up, we will have either accomplished that or we will continue to work on it. The goal of just this mentor mentee program is more for your benefit. So the more you put into it, the more you're going to get out of it. And we're just really excited to like be able to get to help y'all and just get to know y'all better. So that's one of the ways we can also do that through our mentor mentee program, especially if you decide to stay with us and transfers in science and even maybe become a board member in the future. We are now going to pass it on to financial aid with Samir and Ollie.
Alrighty, so yeah, definitely make sure to join those committees. Honestly, a great way to get involved with this org, and it's just a great thing to put on your resume, right? Just starting off with transfers, because transfers we need like Samantha said, everything's so fast forward because we're already in the middle of things. We're already dealing with upper division classes. We're dealing with the core system. We're dealing with like our social lives. We're dealing with the pandemic, and on top of that, we're trying to turn up, right? Because we're finally out of 4-year. And if you inter-college transfer, then that's amazing as well. But yeah, so one of the major factors that you're gonna need to have to succeed well in the core system is money, because you don't want that to be a stressor. I know a lot of times a lot of students are working 3 to 4 jobs, and that can be very stressful and very impactful on your grades. One of the links, I mean, a lot of people don't know this, but we have financial aid and scholarship opportunities for entering transfer students, and specifically for them only. So in this link right here, this link actually shows you all these scholarship opportunities. Of course, there's FAFSA. Make sure to apply for FAFSA. That's the free application for federal student aid. That is going to be available, I think, around December or November. Sometime now. It's going to be due next year in March. And so definitely make sure to look out for that. California Dream Act application is also another great opportunity if y'all already know about that. Then there's the Regents Transfer Student Scholarship. And then along that, there are many other transfer student scholarships that are available to transfer students specifically. And like, for example, there's some right here. Preferences given to first generation college students. You have to have 3.0 and you have to participate through the university link. And that's $2,000 annually for 2 undergraduate years. That's just one of them. And all these opportunities are really great, and they're going to help you pay out. And there's a lot of other financial aid opportunities as well. And Samir's going to go ahead and talk about those.
So there are definitely more opportunities for financial aid. And I guess one thing to really go over with, another thing to go over would be summer session, definitely. As we're progressing into winter quarter, many of you have like gotten experience about fall quarter and classes. So if you guys do need to have an extra summer session, just keep in mind that the fees for the summer session will be calculated with the FAFSA that you've submitted this year. So if you haven't submitted a FAFSA, that does not influence this summer session. In addition to that, there are the Chancellor scholarships as well as others. And these scholarships have very basic eligibility requirements, such as having like a minimum GPA or just being a transfer student and trying to get a master's program. And lastly, LinkedIn is also a great outlet to getting recruiters and internships. You can always include your email in the post and you will definitely get more opportunities from doing that.
And one thing to remind y'all with LinkedIn and with a lot of these things, you're gonna need to have a really great for work study or getting a job on campus. Having a resume, having a LinkedIn, and having a Handshake account is honestly very pivotal to get those things. And to do that, a great resource Career Center, and also us as well. You can reach out to us individually as well, just through email, and we can help you out every step of the way, because I know with all these financial aid opportunities, with the information for summer session, for scholarships, with LinkedIn, with work study, with loans, grants, everything, it can be very overwhelming. We are sort of your one stop way, instead of stopping at every single office to find out information. We can do that for you. So just want to remind y'all that we got y'all's back in terms of financial aid, and now we're gonna go ahead and go on to the next topic.
Thank you so much, Ali. That's some great financial aid information from Samir and Ali. So we're going to move on to time management and organization. As a transfer student, I'm sure you found that you have a ton of stuff on your plate. You know, research, clubs, academics, social life, it goes on. So with all that, I would say one of the most important things you need to do is set goals and priorities. And to expand on that, one way that you can do this is making time limit in terms of priorities. You want to put time limits on things. So because you have so many things you have to do, it's really easy to just get lost doing one thing. You might be like, oh, I have this, I have to catch up on notes for this class. And then you know, the day goes by and you're like, whoa, I've been doing notes all day and I haven't done anything else I had to do. You want to set like time periods that you do things throughout the day and be really organized in that way. Speaking of organization, a lot of people use calendars or journals. Some people use physical calendars and journals. Personally, I've found Google Calendar and Google Tasks to be pivotal. Oh my gosh, pivotal. There we go. I got it out. There we go. I've been using it for years. It's I really like the software, and you can I never have to remember anything. It's awesome. You know, if someone tells me something, I just open my phone, boom, Google Task, it's in there. I don't have to remember. It'll remind me. And yeah, so you want to get all those dates in your calendar of choice. And of course, finally, you want to set aside time for fun because you do need a break. As much as you feel like you maybe don't deserve it. So I've been there. You're like, oh my God, I don't, you know, but you do need a break. You do deserve it. We're all working super hard. So I'm going to pass it off to Annie here.
So thanks, Ryan. Just like what he said, we're going to go a little bit more in depth here. So you want to make daily and weekly goals, and that you just want to stay on top of your tasks. So whether that be your homework, Zoom meetings, sending emails, creating a calendar with like everything you want to get done is super helpful. That can be virtual or physical, like mine. You also want to make sure you prioritize your work. So if you're behind in one class, make that the first thing you get done. So the whole thing about this is you want to avoid putting off work because you'll feel so much better once that's done. And things that are due a lot sooner, put that on the top of your list so you don't have to worry about it later. Time limits. So there's strategies to manage your time and study, and which would be, some people do 30 minutes studying, 5 minutes off. Some people do an hour, 10 minutes off. So you kind of want to figure out a groove where you give yourself a brain break and you let yourself relax and process all the information that you just took in. Also make sure you eat food, but on top of that, make sure you give a time limit on how much you're going to spend getting that food and eating that food, because for me personally, I lag a lot and that wastes a lot of my time. So just kind of make sure, keep in mind how much time you're using for certain things. Next slide. Organization is key. So again, I can't say this enough. Use a calendar. That can be physical, that can be online, on your phone, whatever, but it really helps you keep track of your exam dates, your homework, deadlines, schedules, club meetings like transfers and science. Another way to keep organized is to keep folders. So for different subjects and assignments, a helpful way that I do it is color coding because it's a lot of fun. Also planning ahead. Having like a to-do list is really nice because it's super satisfying, like checking stuff off. So I, make one every single day or for the week or for the month, just whatever works for you. Just know that seeing it physically and checking that off is going to make you feel so much better and more motivated to get things done. And then remember to have fun. You need to give yourself time away from the screen, especially now with Zoom, how we're staring at the computer like all the time. Give your eyes a break, rest your brain, go have some fun, social distancing wise, but remember that you can have fun and relax. And then here in the chat is just a link to kind of reiterate what we just stated, just how to promote your health and wellness, as well as managing time and keeping organized. So next is the academic assistance.
Thank you, Annie. So even if we're always on top of our priorities and we have really good time management, we're all still bound to run into difficulties with our course content. So in the event that that happens, there's a few resources at UCSD that we recommend. The first is OASIS, which has an emphasis on underserved and underrepresented students. OASIS stands for Office of Academic Support and Instructional Services, as it says on the slide. There are some programs offered under OASIS, such as the transition programs and other tutoring programs that are basically focused not only on your academic achievement, but also your personal achievements, as well in terms of like intellectuality, socially, etc. I know that they do facilitate a good support system and community among their students, which is always really nice, especially during difficult times such as these. Another resource we recommend is the TLC, the Teaching and Learning Commons. It's concerned with tutoring, research help, and also another form of support for UCSD students. They provide academic support with tutoring, and they also encourage study groups. So it's another good way to meet people. Even though everything is virtual, you are still being exposed to others and being able to facilitate conversation and engagement, which is nice. In addition, the TLC holds different like workshops and consultations that cover different topics essential for career-wise, research-wise, academics, just everything. They provide supplemental instruction, which basically means further tutoring and even writing support. So definitely check those out. I'm going to hand it off to my next speaker.
So another resources that you could go to is for colleges. So college can help you figure out your GA requirements. You can discuss your academic objectives in general and make sure that you're on top of everything and like you're on track to graduate. They can also help you work out the information in your degree audit on Triton Link. And another thing on Triton Link is that you can find a virtual advising center, which will provide you aid to any questions about your major, transfer credit, even your minors. They could also help you with your academic plan, especially that you're a transfer student. So you want to make sure that you're on top of everything and that you get all of your classes. Or if you are on a wait list, you have backup classes that in your plan. And then another great resource is the departments for your major or your minor. There are also experts who can help you find your career and graduate school opportunities within your discipline, lab positions, academic enrichment support, and many other resources related to your department. I'm going to pass it on to health and well-being.
So like Annie stated before, we are on the computer a lot now. We're using Zoom a lot. And with using Zoom comes Zoom fatigue. So Zoom fatigue is when you're so tired of being on the screen, your eyes hurt, and you just feel like laying down at the end of the day, even though you still have a few tasks ahead of you that you wanted to finish tonight, but you physically can't. So some ways to relieve Zoom fatigue would be one, to relax your gaze. You don't have to stare at the computer all the time during class. Take a breather every once in a while to look out the window, to look at some things on your shelf behind you, or like just look at your desk every once in a while. Like if you have a cool pen, look at the pen for 2 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute, just to give your eyes a break from looking at the screen. Another helpful tip would be using speaker view. So if you go onto Zoom and you hit the view button on the right-hand corner, you change it from gallery to speaker view, you'll only see the person who's talking right now. And that helps you just focus on one person. So if you're in class and your professor is speaking, you don't want to have to look for your professor through like 100 faces. Instead, you can just find your professor easily because they'll be the only face on the screen for you. And then additionally, like Annie said, you have to take breaks. It's important, your brain needs it. So schedule breaks throughout the day. This can be like a 20-minute nap, a walk outside, or a 3 to 5 minute meditation video. And if you're looking for like different meditation links or things like that, UCSD does have a service. UCSD has their own meditation service that allows you to listen to like 1, 3, 5, 10, 15-minute videos, and somebody's just speaking to help you calm you down and make you feel more comfortable throughout your day. And lastly, make sure to make time for yourself. It's always important to put yourself first and your mental health first. So if you're feeling like you're spiraling out a little bit, take a break. You definitely need it. And I will put the meditation links in the chat for you guys right now as well.
Yeah, so Nkechi mentioned a lot of great tips and resources for how to get over Zoom fatigue and just looking out for yourself and your health and well-being. And it is so, so important right now with everything that's going on to look out for yourself, put yourself first so that we can all learn through this virtual environment, as well as like keeping up with the fast pace of the quarter system. And some of the resources UCSD offers to help you with that is the health promotion services. They have this place called the Zone, and it's a lounge for students, and it's designed to promote a healthy and balanced living for UCSD students. The Zone also has 8 divisions, and it offers free programs such as yoga classes, meditation, fitness assessments, therapy dogs to de-stress, healthy cooking, body works, and then also DIY craft workshops. So those are some great opportunities and things you guys should take advantage of that are offered here. Another great resource we have is the Student Health Services. So this is the staff is comprised of physicians, nurse practitioners, registered nurses, health educators that are committed to helping students maintain healthy lifestyles. So these people are professionals and educators in their field. They're very knowledgeable, and they're here to help you with any health related services. And lastly, we also have CAPS, which stands for Counseling and Psychological Services, and they offer integrative and student-centered services. So this is designed to helping support students in their academic success and personal development here at UC San Diego.
Great. Also, I just want to add real quick, you all might be thinking that with HPS, which is Health Promotion Services, how are we going to have therapy distress events with COVID and everything being shut down? We're not. But everything else like yoga classes, fitness assessments, meditation, everything is being done online. So everything is converted to online. That's all we have for y'all. If y'all have any concerns or any questions, or if y'all are having any trouble with the core system and there's anything you need specifically addressed, please let us know. Stay behind after this GBM, and we'd love to talk to y'all. Hit us up on our Facebook or Instagram. I know this was a awkward time to put a GBM, especially in the middle of an election. We just wanted to make sure that we get y'all the keys to help us to succeed in the core system before half the quarter goes away. But thank y'all so much for coming out. The next GBM, we're gonna be going over how to get research and how to get internships. So if you're interested in research, if you're interested in internships, if you want to get your resume, LinkedIn, all that, and your handshake, we're gonna be doing a walkthrough through that as well as talking about our own research experiences that we have had. So definitely be on the lookout for that. The date is to be announced, so definitely check it out on our Instagram and Facebook. The QR code is for a new member sign up. So if this is your first time on our GBM, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is honestly a great community for transfers. We hope that we can make UCSD your second home. And then for those of you that have stuck with us till the very end, obviously we're just gonna let y'all walk away and tell y'all about time management, everything, and just let y'all walk away. So as of right now, y'all can go ahead and drop your emails in the chat if y'all want an agenda. We are doing an agenda giveaway. So if you want an agenda, y'all can go ahead and drop your emails in the chat, and we'll contact you directly asking about where we can possibly give you the agenda or your mailing address so we can send you the agenda. With that being said, we're all good to go. You'll definitely find the links for everything in the chat, which the committees, the mentor-mentee program, and just another good thing is that the biomedical library is finally open again. So if y'all need a place to study on campus, biomedical library will be great. And for the Halloween door decorating contest, we will announce the winners by this Friday. So be on the lookout for that as well. And with that being said, thank y'all so much for coming to this GBM, and we hope to see y'all in the next GBM.